So today I'm going to be talking about Well, what the fuck? What was I just talking about? And that, my friends, is what Studio Period thinks of us. That amnesia, bruh. So beginning of this episode felt a little bit slow. It wasn't up until the Obito part where I felt things started to get into gear and started giving us content that was actually valuable that we never really got in the manga. So definitely got to say that the bits of the episode that were really good usually were when Obito and Zetsu showed up. And it was kind of just showing how Obito was kind of like pulling the strings and doing things on the sly, you know, saying, oh, I'm going to help you, but then on the side looking at them while they're getting their asses beat by Hanzo or whatever. So definitely it showcased a lot of the things that Obito was doing behind the scenes. I wish they would have took the opportunity to explain a couple things. Like, first of all, in this episode, you see Obito once again use the Mokotone style, but yet we've never really seen him use it since a lot of these flashbacks happened. Like, we've never seen in the current timeline or any other battles that we've seen he never used Mokotone. So I'm just curious, like, was it only because he had the Spiral Zetsu on him that he could use it, and then the Spiral Zetsu fucked off and went somewhere and was like, oh damn, no more Mokotone? Also, it would have been a little interesting to see a little bit more with Obito and Kisame, but I guess they really wanted to focus on the Akatsuki and the ascension to where they went, although again we saw a lot of bits that we already had seen a million times, especially Nagato with the Ghetto Mazo. While I really enjoy that part and I think it's pretty epic as hell, you know, when he's going crazy fighting Hanzo and killing everyone in sight, nonetheless we already seen that. What the fuck's with all these Anzos, Danzo, Kanzo, Hanzo, Manjo, Anzo, oh my Gonzo, Jesus. Good addition to the story was definitely getting to see what happened to some of the Akatsuki lackeys that were kind of rooting for Yahiko and they were really down for him. Pretty much Obito was a dick and he was, you know, manipulating things behind the scenes. And an episode like this once again shows that while people like to say, yeah, Obito, what has he done? He's done quite a bit. I mean, he even fucking wiped out all of their people. And that makes me curious, like, Nagato didn't question him one bit, like, hey, what happened to all of our people? Is like, or did he, like, did question him and he just accepted the fact that he killed them? It's like, oh, fuck this reality, we're going to a new one. And while the art was very simplistic and for the most part animation wasn't all that, when Obito went up against some of their lackeys, you know, the Akatsuki members, it did look quite nice. And just all around it was kind of beast to see him going in. But it really just makes me wonder, like, where the fuck is the Mokotone? Why hasn't he used it in the current timeline or any later events? Like, what happens to Spiral Zetsu? Did he finally learn how to poop? I doubt it somehow. And it was also a nice touch to see young Nagato and pretty much what happened to him. From the moment after the Ghetto Mazo shit, he was just pretty much crippled inside of this cave. So he's been in that little freaking hiding place for years. And even after he made, you know, the pain version of Yahiko or whatever, he was just pretty much there, like, going mad. Like, he's just in there crazy. So I would look into his mental evaluation because that dude must be insane. He's been in that same place for like, I don't even know how many years. But overall, definitely a lot of flashbacks, a lot of stuff that was just kind of like, adding in there. The best bits of the episode was definitely when Obito showed up because it was new information, interesting information, seeing what happened to a lot of those people that were rallying behind Yahiko and Nagato, like, yeah, go. They were pretty much all killed off of Obito, and showing how sinister this guy is, that he was even willing to trick Nagato that far, stand aside, because if he would have joined in, he could have easily helped out to defeat Hanzo and all them, use the Mokotone and just end all of their problems right there. But since he wanted to stand on the sideline and be a dick and make Nagato witness his pain, in a sense, Obito is responsible for Nagato in a big major way because he claimed he wanted to help but then stood on the sidelines and watched his people die. So somewhat of an average episode. I'm gonna give this one 5 out of 10. It was an average episode, some good bits in there, but a lot of stuff that we already seen. Animation was for the most part simplistic, art style simplistic, but it was still a decent episode. Enjoyment wise, I got a kick out of it, seeing some of those events again, and just kind of the fight with Obito against some of the lackeys of the Akatsuki, and little scenes like that definitely add a little bit of more value, and seeing like what Obito was up to all these years, how did his meet and his merger with the Akatsuki take place. It added a little more context that the manga left out, so that was some good stuff, but as a whole it was just like, average filler, I guess. Still better than the ostrich. Now, next week starts the Kakashi Anbu filler arc, and I'm actually pretty excited about this because, first of all, it's content that, you know, it's going to be filling in the gaps, and it's going to be stuff we've never seen before. Also, based on the preview, it's going to look pretty nice looking, to say the least. I saw the art and some of the animation, and it actually looks pretty good, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. And it looks like they're going to go deep into Kakashi, so that's going to be pretty interesting as well. But let me know what you guys think about this episode. Did you enjoy it? What did you think were the best bits of it? Did you think that Obito was a piece of shit for what he did? It just kind of added more to Obito as a villain and as a fucked up person of what he did, because he could have stopped all that shit, but no, he wanted to stand on the side and witness the pain being born. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see what Kakashi Anbu filler arc is going to be like. I'm hoping that they do something interesting with it and we get to see some sides of Kakashi that we've never seen before. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.